You mad for what? How to not give a fuck about anything. What people say, what people do. I mean, about other people, really. And not in a bad way, but in a way that will protect you from feeling bad about yourself because of the way that you feel about someone else. We are all unique. Like, yeah, some of us may have the same hair, have the same skin tone, come from the same family, come from the same neighborhood, like the same music, or, have similar interests. We are the same in a lot of ways. All human beings have, a DNA makeup. Just the majority of our makeup and who we are is very similar. But at the internal level, at the soul level, at the core level, basically, on a spiritual level, we are all the same. We are all spirit in physical bodies. At the soul level, we develop through our experiences. Oh, shoots. Hold on. Okay, that was a little mishap. The elephant poster almost fell off the wall, so I had to get that. Who knows what that means? All of us being the same in makeup, but on a soul level, we experience things differently, basically. Some of us also may have the same experiences, but how we develop our understanding of that experience and develop our meaning and emotional factor of that experience is different. How we express ourselves are very different. Our perspectives are pretty different. We all are technically different. And for me to get hung up on how someone else is expressing themselves or to compare myself with another person's expression is meaningless. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It only, will make me feel like I'm supposed to be a certain way or I'm supposed to be like them or whatever. This concept is a reason why I do not mess with social media that much. What I see on social media is people trying to fit into an image that they feel someone else will admire. You have some people that express authentically, but it's hard really because the environment is set up to be compared to other people. And if you're not strong in your self-concept or yourself, if you have no self-worth or self-esteem or anything that has to do with you as a person at your core, it's going to tear you down and it's going to imprint on you false ideas of what you should be doing for yourself or how you should look or how you should behave. And it's just not in alignment with who we are truly in our authentic self. We all are, our own consciousness levels. And you may not know the next person's consciousness level. You don't know what another person been through. You don't know that person's experience. And you don't know how we interpret certain experiences and how we internalize or externalize what is happening in that moment, and how we are dealing with the emotions that come up because of those experiences. And because of all these differences, it doesn't make sense to compare, basically. That's why I don't give a fuck about certain things. Like, I will go out into the middle of the park. I will lay there on the grass, no picnic blanket, by myself. I will lay there. I will go take my jewelry out there and start making jewelry. I'll go and take a book or whatever. I'll do whatever. I'll walk down the street by myself. Like, I can do a lot of things because I don't care that someone may be watching me saying she looks like this, or why is she doing that, or just questioning, what I'm doing. A lot of people are really, scared of another's opinion. And a lot of people don't like, the attention that you would get. But most of the time it's because people care about what other people say, think, about them, because they feel like maybe they're not enough if someone talks about them, or maybe they're not good enough, or they don't feel solid within themselves, so they let someone else's existence or opinion affect them. Take a lesson from nature, for instance. Do you think a tree would care if someone was sitting next to it, talking about it, or doing things that he doesn't agree with or she doesn't agree with? Do you think that the fruits on the trees stop growing because of someone else's opinion? Or do you think that the animals or the insects care about their fellow? They're going to go about their day and finish what they have to do and just be. They're just being in nature. And that's what we need to learn from nature, is that nothing really matters but ourselves. That is why it's important to get to know the self, to be solid in the self, and to feel okay with the self, to be able to not care about what other people are saying, thinking, or doing, and not letting that affect you. Because in the end, we are all the same. We're all connected through spirit. We all breathe in the same air that is renewable, does not go away. So what you breathed in, I probably breathed in too. Like, it's a cycle that we all are connected in, and we express differently, we experience differently. So you can't get mad at this person for not being like this, because maybe they're not supposed to be like that. Maybe they don't know how to be like that. Maybe they don't want to be like that. Like, you can't get mad at this color for not being this color, because that color is not that color. Red is not black, and black is not red. And like, why are you getting mad at black because it's not coloring red? Like, it doesn't make sense. So there's no point in getting mad at what other people think about you or say about you. I know in the moment, or if you don't have as much self-development, it may feel not so great that, maybe one of your friends said something bad about you or whatever. But you got to go back to think like, what does that say about them and their level of consciousness and their timing and developmental stage, or emotional development, or their social development? What does that say about them? It just says that there's something going on within them, that they feel like they have to compare themselves, or that someone else is, doing something that they want to do, or something about that other person is making them feel uneasy. So they feel like they have to talk about it, to express it, to find ways to make them feel better about the situation. And if we go about, knowing these things, being aware of these things, and actually forcing that thought upon yourself when you have that feeling of not being good enough, um, it'll make things move faster. It'll make things so much easier. You'll be able to be open more and doing a lot more things, and you'll be more free within yourself. And when you're free within yourself, you can express authentically, and expressing authentically and being somewhat of a free spirit. It just feels so good, not to have to worry about anybody else's opinion. You get a lot more done, and when you express your, genuity and your authenticity, you attract higher vibrational energies. You attract better people that really won't talk about you, that they'll give you the utmost respect and support. You'll attract, better feeling experiences because you're becoming that yourself. You're becoming a feel good experience by not blocking the thoughts of you, caring about what other people are saying. So, don't give a fuck. Seriously, do not give a fuck. If you want to go in the middle of the street, well, okay, when there's no cars coming, and do a dance, go ahead. If you want to yell on the top of your lungs, if that's going to help you in that moment, do it. Who gives a fuck? If you want to wear that red, dress, or that purple lipstick, or whatever it is, do it. Who gives a fuck? For real. And the people that you need to be around, or the situations that you need to be in and are going to be in alignment with, when you do not give a fuck, will be the ones that come to you. The people will be the ones that will give you compliments and make you feel better, instead of making you feel less than. That's my 2 cents on the idea. I just had to express that because I do a lot of things alone, and I started to kind of evaluate, how am I doing this? I'm hella introverted, and I still just be throwing myself out there, going out and stuff, being a loner. But it's because those are the things that I love to do. So I'm not gonna, let anyone's opinion stop me from doing certain things, that especially if I love to do them, and if I know that they're going to raise my vibration in doing so, I'm going to do it, regardless of if someone thinks this is the crazy woman walking down the street singing out loud, tapping my toes together and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. And it has made me a better person, and I'm higher vibing being. If you found value in this content, you know what to do. Hopefully, take baby steps, try a little at a time. Recognize the feelings that people give you. Figure out what it is if you need to, or you can just, say, whatever, that's that person, and I don't really care about that person's opinion or whatever. It doesn't matter, because maybe that person is going through something that themselves may feel a certain way, so they're kind of projecting it onto you. Until next time, I'll see you later.